EA Sports. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returned. It's an opening touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Whirl it!
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. The motion man here is McLaurin. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the 1st down, up to the 44.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On play action, Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That is brought in. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Let's go. Come 19.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. He's going to run it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Here's third down and a few inches.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
60 Eagles. Here we go. Set.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now he'll air one out. He's got it! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. Can't fault the effort. He got him a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Ready. Trap goal 80. Go.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Black Knights are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The motion man here is McClure. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from the International Series in London after this. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That return not going to work out at all. He backs up trying to make something happen and is belted down for a loss on the return.
Ready. 70 range. Ready.
First run of the game here for Michael Carter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Daniels to throw on second down. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. He's inside the 30. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 89 yards for the touchdown. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Black Knights are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Right. Hold on. Check. Hold on. We go. 76. Ric Flair. Set.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll go play action with Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A run here with Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A second down throw for Goff. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. Now it's going to be third down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Lions are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. First and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And they will finally get to him, but I think even he knows this one is coming back. Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
On second down, it's Daniels. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to London, England after this. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On the handoff, it's Robinson. The Lions call their first timeout.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, Goff. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. Goff to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. To throw is Goff. That one taken in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year.
The kick is good. Makes the score Lions 21, Black Knights 10.
Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. He fields it at the 8. Now he'll give it up. It's a reverse. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. From the back line of the end zone, a surprise, he's bringing it out. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Open man downfield, that's London. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he'll be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. They put Wilson in motion. Try to run it to the right on this jet sweep. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 5, here now 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
That's caught by Gibbs. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On second down, Goff. He'll go right and find his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
3rd and a yard.
Louis. Here we go.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
First down, Detroit.
Hey, Cal. Run.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Goff. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. Not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
Here we go, tonight.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cut. DC. What's that?
Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And now it's 4th down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to...
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
These are the type of self-inflicted wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll go again with Robinson. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's going to be out of bounds, clearly shy of the line to gain, and that is going to be a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
Value 3, Super 1.
Throwing, Goff. Working free downfield. It is Williams. A gain there of 27 yards. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. First carry for David Montgomery. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. One more time for Montgomery. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack.
They'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Deron Bland, good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. Here's 1st down. Throwing again. Daniel. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. He'll look London's way again. Just complete again. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Daniels gonna throw again. And that is incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Track at 60.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And now we're going to timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, and keeps this drive alive.
The Lions called their first timeout. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here we go. 1 final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here